Okay, namaste. So we're continuing on with the Satsang part 4, and we were just talking about resistance. When one is doing an action and there's resistance to whatever one is doing, then it becomes a burden. Okay? So when one can let go of this resistance and go into the breath and go in and use it as a spiritual practice, it's amazing how one enters into flow rather than struggling against it. So let's try to get into flow rather than being like the fish swimming upstream, you know, and it makes life so much easier when one can see it as an adventure, you know, the unknowing rather than being fearful of it. See, it's an adventure and we'll see what's around the next corner. Okay, and if it's something that's not to our liking, have the recognition that this too will pass. This too will pass. So it's, you know, once again, we just keep coming back to simplicity, surrender. People don't like the word surrender. You know, I want to be in control. A lot of people come to the path and that's the reason, because I want to control. I want to just have better things. I want my life to be better. Okay? So they really don't want this path because they're afraid of losing. When we say that there's no me at the center, then people are fearful of this. But there's nothing to be fearful of, because the me is just this thing that's concerned with all the drama and transient and needs to have all these external things in order to fill up what they perceive as holes, H-O-L-Es. And what you find when you get to the end of the path is just that it's always been W-H-O-L-E, and the rest of it, the drama that's been created, was created by our attachments and aversions, and mistakenly thinking that we are just this transient form. Okay, and so we try to get people not to have the resistance, to surrender, and in surrender, we say we give up, and whatever the universe brings, it brings for a reason. Okay, either it's Kali slapping us upside the head and say, "Did you get it yet?" You know, when karma comes back to whack us in the face. Did you get it yet? Okay, let's listen up. Obviously, this is not working. You know, so we either have that or we enter into the flow. The flow is much easier than getting smacked upside the head by karma again. You know, but yeah, preferably aim for flow. So the sun's come out. Yay! The perfect end to another day of satsang. So thank you for coming. It's so good to see you here and finally get to meet you. And you'll get to spend some time with the rest of the sadhakas and get to know them and just have some social time now.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's always nice to have the social time as well. So thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Namaste.